Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kev, and on this channel, we've built AI agents, AI SaaS, AI automations, and it has exploded my AI agency. We've done over $150,000 this year just from the agency alone. And in this video, guys, I want to give you a no-fluff breakdown of everything that I know in my AI agency growth and what's been happening. And I just want to explain all of the success and give you guys a behind-the-scenes view into the developer's mind and how I've essentially been able to build AI agent stacks for any one of my clients that come in the pipeline. And that's not by luck, that's by this exact method that you're gonna see in this video. So the first thing I wanna break down, guys, is what actually makes an AI agent valuable. So an AI agent that businesses find valuable definitely fits into these three categories. It saves them time, it's a very repetitive task, and it's extremely scalable. And this is very important for us as the agency owners, because if we can build these agents in a way that scales alongside their businesses, then they're gonna be working with us for a very long time, and the amount of revenue that we'll be able to generate off of these clients will also increase. And so a couple of examples really quick of scalable agents would be like the LinkedIn outreach agent that we built on this channel, and building that one horizontally with a bunch of different AI influencers, or building up the Facebook marketplace agents that sell products, whether that's real estate, whether that's physical products or services, by producing a whole list of AI agent influencers for Facebook marketplace. But lastly, guys, and this is what people don't talk about and what makes an AI agent actually valuable, is the client experience, because we are working with non-technical people. And even the agents that you're going to see in this video, you can make as a non-technical person because we laid out the entire blueprint for you. But for the clients, especially for the high ticket clients, they need to just see what's going on the front end. They don't actually want to see any of the complicated nonsense on the back end that we have to deal with. And so that leads us to what we need to know beforehand. And that's an in-depth understanding of one of the two automation platforms, whether that's Make or N8N. And then the other tool that you need to have a solid understanding for is the actual no-code builder, whether that's Replit or Cursor, because that's what we're going to use to actually display the N8N or Make agents results for our clients to see. And now everything else you see that you need to know beforehand is part of our No Code Academy program, where we teach you everything that you need to know beforehand to actually getting ready to build your first AI agency. And so that includes JSON formats, which is what these AI models use to negotiate between APIs. And there's different types of JSON formats. There's JSON object, there's JSON array, there's single JSON values. And so what I've done in the Academy is built out a level 1 to level 5 automation journey that you can go on to actually learn how agents are built. And so what you guys are seeing on the screen here is a level 1 automation that turns videos into videos with captions. And what this does is it uses a whole bunch of different tools in the process. But what you need to understand is just the simple building blocks of automations, right? So there's a trigger or something that makes the automation begin. And so in this use case, when a user uploads a video to the Google Drive, that is the trigger. Then something has to happen in the workflow to actually be productive. And so in this workflow, the thing that's happening, or the API that we're interacting with, is this JSON to video module that you guys are seeing. And this JSON to video creates captions on top of the video that was inserted, so that when the video gets re-uploaded back to the Google Drive, it is finalized for the user to be ready to upload. And so that is the data destination. The API request is the thing that actually creates the transcript and the closed captions on the video, and the data source is the actual video that the user added. Now, automations get more and more complex, but simply understanding that every automation has a trigger, an API, and some type of data destination can help you connect these dots much easier. And so for the rest of this video, guys, we're gonna break down how to identify the agent opportunities and then the actual sales method with 3 real examples. And then I'm also gonna break down the internal marketing agents that I'm using to actually run my agency to create more leads and create more sales. So there's 2 types of agents that we're using for our business. We're using agents to build and display as demos for our clients, and we're building agents to actually increase the speed at which our business is growing. And so we'll get back to the internal agents later on, but the thing that we want to talk about now, guys, is how to actually identify the AI agent opportunities. So we spoke about all of the necessary things that make an AI agent valuable, but now when you sit down with your clients in your discovery calls, or when they give you like a list that they filled out in an onboarding form, you need to ask these questions, which is, what are the client's pain points? What are their bottlenecks? And a couple of examples could be like, they don't have enough time for sales calls, or they're just not getting enough leads in their pipeline. And the bigger the problem that you're able to identify and solve will result in the bigger paycheck that you will receive from these clients. And so if these were the bottlenecks, for example, I don't have enough time for sales calls, or I don't have enough leads, then the perfect automation that we would build for them as our NVA, or our most valuable agent that we would be showing them up front, is a lead automation to an outbound sales call that then stores all of those conversations in a Replit type of dashboard so that the client can actually see all of the new leads that have been generated and their status after that AI agent gave them the phone call. So guys, that leads us to our AI agency sales method. I'm going to give you guys 3 real client examples. And on top of that, on this channel, there's actually phone calls with one of these clients and how I actually close them. So if you guys want proof of these things actually working, you can go and watch that sales call. So the quick summary of the sales method, guys, is basically understanding that AI is moving lightning fast. And with all of these new developments, chances are there's going to be things that we haven't even seen yet that are going to be implemented in our clients' businesses. And so the main goal that I've seen working the best is impressing the client as fast as humanly possible. That essentially builds trust, which then in turn helps them want to stay with you long term. You guys have to remember, right? These are non-technical clients, so we want to be able to show them the dashboard demo of a working AI agent workflow that satisfies one of their biggest pain points. And so now that we understand the AI agency sales method and we understand what makes an AI agent valuable, we can get into these in-depth examples. So the first one I want to talk about, guys, is the real estate firm that we're working with. And when we got on the phone call, there was a couple of pain points, which is lead generation, content production, specifically producing home tour videos, which were expensive and took a long time to produce, and handling the actual leads. Now, the good point that we got in the call was that this real estate firm does have 3 junior real estate employees that are hungry to sell. They just don't know any of the marketing tactics. And so when I found out all of those different pain points and the entire summary of this business, what I offered to this client was a Facebook marketplace sales agent for every single one of the junior employees. And so what you're seeing on the screen here is 3 different automations that I'll explain and 1 AI agent. So we'll start with the AI agent, and that's Chatty Katie. And what Chatty Katie has been instructed to do is to have a conversation with whoever sends a message on Facebook Messenger, and the goal is to book a call. Now, the tools that we gave Chatty Katie are to check our calendar on Google Calendar and to book an event. And so in this use case, the event that the agent needs to book is an actual showing with the real estate property that the person has messaged us. The client sees the post on Facebook Marketplace, they send us a message, the agent sees the message and then tries to book a showing. Once the showing is booked, then the real human will then meet up in real life. But to add a little cherry on top, which is the reminder phone call before the actual showing happens. So let's say every hour before a showing happens, this bland AI agent gives a phone call to just guarantee that that person's going to show up. And all we show on the front end is the messenger agent's productivity. So how many conversations it had, how many messages it sent in total, and how many booked calls, and eventually how many units that converted into sales, whether that's rental sales or full-on property purchases. Now, the other reason why we want to build this stack here is because I've already built it. And so it's going to be very quick for us to implement it and deliver to them. And so within 24, 48 hours, whether myself or someone on the team will be able to essentially do everything that we just showed them, but turn it into reality and then send them that actual link of the Replit dashboard that they can interact with. Now, the last thing that I told this agent that really just sent them over the top was a free tool called Luma Labs Fly-Throughs. And what this tool does is grabs any type of video and turns it into a tour or a home tour. And so what the agents now have to do to produce really high quality home tours is just pull out their iPhone and film the house, and it'll actually produce the same quality as the 3D home tours that they were paying thousands of dollars for. And so we're saving them time with the lead generation, we're saving them money with the video generation, and we're producing them more sales than they've potentially ever seen. And so this is just the first agent that we're showing them. And so this could be like a $5,000 upfront charge. Once it's implemented and they're impressed, you can just take off, especially if their business continues to grow. All right, guys, so example client number 2 was a local restaurant, and their pain points was much longer than the list that we're seeing here, but these were the main 2 that I identified as being primary, which are content production and social media management. So the person that owns this business has been passed down from their father and from their father, so on and so forth, for a couple hundred years. And they have been very good at the operational work, handling, supply chain, dealing with their employees, dealing with customers, but they've never actually honed in the skills of social media management and content production. And in the world of AI, we can have so much fun with this. And so if you guys are subscribed to this channel, you know that I came out with a software called Social Wolf, which helps every creator post to every platform at once. And what we would be building for this client is the internal tool version of that. And that's because they have products that can be turned into trained LoRAs, which could be an internal system that we build for them. And a trained LoRA is just a low rank adaptation of an image model. And so if we train LoRAs on their best pasta dish, their best burger, their best steak, their best salad, then we can start producing unlimited amounts of content around their best dishes so that we can use that for their social media production. So then when they create those images using this low rank adaptation, they can just funnel it to post all at once to all of their social channels. And so when we show the client the dashboard, they're not going to see any of this nonsense. They're just going to see the actual content that has been produced with the trained LoRAs, the social posts that have been published since working with us, and their social media platform growth. From there, we can have an unlimited amount of agents that we can add to a physical store. One of the ones that I'm working on right now is like a security guard agent that watches the foot traffic and tracks the faces of people walking into your store so that you can see the analytics of all that. Lastly, guys, we have one more example, and this one is also very, very exciting because it's a niche that I've come from, which is the fitness industry. So this client had a couple of pain points, but they were already doing very, very well. They wanted to convert more views to sales, but they ran out of time for one-on-one coaching because all of their coaching that they're doing is in person at a local gym. So the main pain point here out of the 3 that we see is that they actually want to scale their business with new revenue streams because the current revenue streams have been exhausted. And so the good points here is that this is already a solid creator generating thousands of organic views daily, and they're an Instagram dominant creator. Their coaching niche is also in looks maxing. So this fitness coach is really just helping people look better instead of putting on athletic size or getting good for a specific sport. And so there's a lot of things that we can pull from all of these good points. And so the 2 offers that I would have as my NVAs would be an internal agent to increase their sales that they're currently doing, which is the Instagram sales agent. And so this Instagram sales agent is the exact same sales agent that I showed you guys in our last video that we built together. And what it does is it scrapes leads from the likes and comments of our clients' posts on Instagram. And then we use that to filter out the people that are already following, and we message the other people that could potentially be interested in what we're offering. And so that is a guarantee to work for someone like this. And so I would literally just offer this one up front, but once he's impressed, which he will be, you then want to help him actually with his main pain point, which is growing or adding another revenue stream. And so here I have a picture of Cal AI, but if the goal of the coach is to help people look better, then this AI app could essentially be built to track the progression of the aesthetics of these clients so that this Instagram influencer now opened up a brand new revenue stream that actually complements their current revenue stream. And so every single one of these one-on-one coaching clients can also be upsold to the AI SaaS, and everyone in the AI SaaS can be upsold to one-on-one coaching. And so they are also very complementary. So that's 3 examples of AI agency buildouts that I would do for these clients when they first walk in after identifying their pain points and identifying their good points so that we can create a perfect offer up front that is instantly deliverable or deliverable within 24 to 48 hours. But now let's move aside from actually producing value for our clients and how I would do that. Let's talk about how we're actually generating leads with internal AI agents, and then we'll move on. So what you guys are seeing here are internal AI agents just for my AI agency. I also have my No Code Academy and I have my software. So those have internal agents as well. But for this business model, these are the 3 agents that I'm mainly using, and I'll explain them one by one. So the Instagram outreach agent will essentially reach out to people that have engaged on my posts that are about AI agents or AI AI automations. If they're not about those posts, we don't scrape them. We then put them in the pipeline, and this is my real working demo that you see right here. We've ran it for a couple of days, and we've already produced a couple of sales. And so that's wonderful. Now, the next thing that we have is the local phone call sales agent. Now, you guys haven't seen the demo of that. It's in production right now, and it should be uploaded sometime this week. What the local phone agent basically does is we would buy the phone number of that town, and then we would reach out to every business owner, and we would ask if implemented AI tools yet. So like London, Ontario, Canada, for example, has like a 519 and a 226 phone number. So we would buy those phone numbers and reach out to the people in this town. But then Toronto has like a 416 and 647 phone number. So we would buy those and reach out to people in that town. And that creates, again, that connection. And since we are a Canadian company, we are actually able to send someone out there and meet up with that real business. And so having the local phone agent just to see if they've implemented AI tools has been game changing, because essentially let this automation run every 10 minutes and send a new phone call to a new business to see if they're interested every single day. Last but not least, guys, is the email sales letter agent. Now, this one is also actually done and it's in the Replit dashboard, but essentially what this does is it tracks the analytics of your sales letter performance. And so how many people are opening it every day, how many people are unsubscribing every day, how many new people you've added to your list are all important things to track your copyright performance and to track the overall growth of your newsletter over time. So I hope this helped seeing the behind the scenes of how a developer's mind works for building AI agents for companies. And I'm not the most technical person in the world. And so everything that you're seeing here, you can definitely learn in 1 to 2 months if you're brand new to the game. Yeah, guys, that's the entire breakdown for today. If you like this video, please do me a favor and like and subscribe. If you want to see more breakdowns of different AI agent stacks or NVAs that I would produce for different industries, definitely drop a comment of those industries that you want to see. We have tons of stuff for like e-commerce, tons of stuff for health coaches. It's your boy Kev, and see you guys in the next one.